There are trophies for the unsealed surface champion as well as each class. It's a bit complicated, but basically there's a first, second and third place trophy in each class up for grabs as long as there's enough competitors who have competed in a minimum number of events. Many of these class trophies have yet to be decided, and almost all of the 17 competitors who attended this event were fighting to have their name engraved and immortalised in Isle of Wight Car Club history. This amazing venue requires drivers to be able to navigate a mix of terrain. Unlike the previous event at Atherfield, where times are guaranteed to improve throughout the day, being an active sand quarry, the ground is covered in these small stones and it makes the first few runs like driving on an ice rink. On the flip side, the sand section is normally smooth and grippy. However, as the day progresses, the stones get brushed away with each car, but the sand section becomes slow and rutted. In Class 1, Steve Glass was trying as hard as he could to stay close to the time posted by Ricky Shepherd. However, Ricky and his Rover 45 seemed to have some form of symbiosis, as not only was he uncatchable in Class 1, he finished 6th place overall. Class 2 consisted of 2 MX-5s driven by 6 drivers. Dean Long is the master of controlling these cars and finished at the top of Class 2 and 5th place overall. Class 3 had Marion and Steve Brett battling against Dan Young in their classic minis. Dan initially struggled to remember the course, but once he knew where he was going, there was no stopping him. Dan finished top of Class 3 and 8th place overall. All-wheel drive Subaru Imprezas were the weapon of choice in Class 4. These cars may have the power and the grip, but threading these cars through the cones requires a special kind of driver. Steve Wells scuppered his chances by taking too tight a line around one of the sand piles and getting his car that he shares with Jill Broomfield stuck. Luckily, not before Jill posted a time quick enough to claim the fastest lady of the day award. Dan Morgan, however, kept all 4 wheels on the track and stood on the 2nd step of the podium at the day's close. Class 5 is for cars that don't fit into any of the other classes. Chris Wilson and Andy Williams were sharing their single-seater X-Autograss Special. All seemed lost midway through the day when Chris Wilson launched his special off the start line but instantly broke his throttle cable. To many other competitors, this would mean disaster. However, Andy and Chris know from bitter experience that a good spares package can save the day. Once the spare cable was fitted, both were fighting for the top spot. With such quick times on their 5th runs, there was no need to go out for their 6th. Andy was content with 3rd place overall, and Chris took the top step of the podium. With Chris winning every round held at this venue this year, he truly is the King of Knighton. The next event is the fantastic Healy Weekend, held on the 5th and 6th of November. Visit the Isle of Wight Car Club for more information. If you'd like to see the longer version, including interviews, check out our YouTube channel.
Mess it up.
I've got to actually do a correct test first.
Have you not done one yet?
No.